Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today's video is going to be a chatty get ready with me / trying out new products or new to me products. These aren't new releases or anything, but these are just products that I've recently picked up and I haven't tried yet. But before we get on into this video, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. But other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in just a little bit. FYI, if you hear snoring or wind or just noises in the background, my dog's in my room with me. Of course, he's always in my room with me as I'm filming. And also today, it's not horribly windy, but it is windy today. And yeah, you might hear some of that. Plus, I don't know if you guys can tell, probably not from my background because my background I try to keep exactly the same. But I'm actually in a different room today. And this will be the room that I'm filming in for a while, because the room that I used to be in is now going to be under construction. So I had to vacate that room and move to a different room. Anyway, so almost have a full face of new products to try out today. Not completely a full face, but pretty close to it. So starting out with foundation, I do have a new foundation here. And this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. I saw this at my local Ulta, which is pretty exciting because they've always had ColourPop products in Ulta, but now they have even a bigger selection. They have more palettes and a lot of their blushes, highlights, stuff like that. So it's pretty exciting. So I did see this there and I went ahead and picked this up, and I did go ahead and pick up the concealer as well to test out because I've not tried these two, like I said. Hopefully they're my shade. I feel like I'm pretty bad about picking shades, but I'm hoping I did pretty good this time. I mean, right now it's even harder to, even if you go in store to buy stuff, it's harder to get an exact shade because, you can't test anything out anymore. Like you used to they'd have the testers and you could find your shade that way. But, because of COVID and everything, now you can't do that. Alright, so I already have my face primed. I just use moisturizer. I don't use really any primer, but let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with foundation, like I said. Yeah, I feel like I have an actual kind of update for you guys this time. I can't remember the last time I did a chatty get ready with me. I know it's been a little bit, so maybe that's why I feel like I actually have stuff to talk about this time. Anyways, put it on the back of my hand. It's looking a little bit on the pale side, but your girl's pale, at least. I know my face might not look pale, but my neck is still pretty pale. I don't even know what the coverage is supposed to be on this. I don't think this coverage is supposed to be real heavy. Yeah, that's a little bit on the pale side, but that's okay. I can make it work. Anyway, so like I said, in a different room. I'm actually in our old bedroom right now. If you haven't seen that video, I posted our remodel on our master bedroom. It's finally done. We finally got moved in. We're now living in there. And so I had to move my film room because, like I said, the other room that I used to film in is now going to be under construction. Just going to do some remodeling in there as well, which I will most likely film that progress as well, just like I did my master bedroom remodel, because it seems like you guys are liking that, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Keep making more videos like that. Anyway, so like I said, if you haven't seen that video, I'll have it up in the cards of the bedroom makeover. I'm really happy with how the room turned out. Really happy that it's now finally done and that we're now living in there. Yeah, see, I think I actually did a good shade match because, like I said, my neck is super pale. I think my face did get a bit of a tan because I've been working out in my garden more, which is another thing that I can talk about. I got my garden, we got our garden built. It wasn't just me, my husband helped me a lot building our garden because he did the tilling of the ground and he showed me how to build the fence around the garden. I'll try to insert a picture of what the garden looks like. But yeah, we put up the little fence around it just to keep animals out, especially our dogs, because we have 2 dogs. One of them's still kind of in puppy phase, so she is known for tearing up stuff, and she'll even like, I wouldn't put it past her to go in there and tear up the plants that I planted, because I planted a rose bush, and no joke, I was doing some yard work and I saw her go around the rose bush, and I was like, oh, whatever, she's just checking it out. Not long after, I glance over to her and she's literally chewing on it. She pulled it up and is chewing on it like a stick, because it was just the stem part, you know, like a fresh rose bush. I'd just gotten it and just planted it, and she dug it up and then was using it as a chew toy, so was not pleased about that. But anyway, so yeah, a fence was very much necessary to keep her out, especially. Plus we have some chickens that kind of go free range. Don't really want them in there digging up stuff either, so. Plus any wildlife, any bunnies or anything, I don't want them tearing up my garden. So anyways, so I've been working out in my garden, trying to stay consistent about going out there and weeding it, and of course going out there and watering it as well. So far, the plants that I planted are still alive. I mean, like I don't know if anybody's watched it, but I did have like a plant with me video where I showed you guys me planting stuff, and I did like an update on it. But I planted all those plants that you guys saw in the video. I transplanted them over there into the garden. So I'm hoping they'll do well. Like, I'm not a garden expert at all. So a lot of this is just experimenting and seeing what works and what doesn't. And I didn't yeah, I probably should have done a bunch of research, but I don't know, it takes the fun out of it. I kind of want to figure things out on my own, and then if I do need advice or something, I'll probably look up videos or something, but right now, everything seems to be going okay. Plus, I don't know what type of soil we have or anything, so, you know, some plants do better in other locations and stuff, so I'll just see what does well here and what doesn't. Like I said, right now I'm just experimenting and having fun. So far, I actually really like this foundation. It's actually looking really nice. Yeah, I would definitely say it's like a light coverage, like maybe medium coverage, because I can still see red spots and just little areas. My dog is snoring, so you'll probably hear him in the background. That's what he always does. But it seems to be building up to like a medium coverage. I think it's supposed to be like more of a natural look on the face, so far I'm liking it. It does accentuate some of my dry areas, but like I say this in I think almost all my videos, that's really not uncommon for foundations to do that to me. I'm a dry girl, okay? I have dry skin. But yeah, I think one pump actually is going to be good enough though. I mean, I feel like I can probably just put a concealer on now and just kind of hide any other imperfections that way. I don't feel the need to go in with another pump of foundation, but surprisingly, I did well on the shade match. So, yay. I did good. So, foundation so far looking good, liking it. Now I'm going to go in with the concealer, and this is from the same line, the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer, and I have it in the shade Fair. Because, yeah, your girl's fair. Pretty fair-skinned. I feel like this applicator is, like, really flimsy feeling. Like, please don't pop off. Maybe it's just supposed to be, like, really flexible. Anyway, so we were busy moving into our room. We got all settled in now. I mean, I still need to do a little bit of doing some organization in there because, you know, bringing everything in. I gotta reorganize everything now. Got moved into our closet, which I still need to put a little bit of stuff away in there. Like I said in that video, I am looking for a vanity, and one of my lovely subscribers / YouTube fellow YouTubers was telling me about just building my own with like IKEA drawers, and I might do that, but I think right now I'm gonna shop around at my local furniture stores and see if there's any like better, like if I can buy one already made, that'd be nice, but if not, you know, it's it's good that there are other ways to do it, and I did really appreciate that information. So thank you, Caitlin, for telling me about that. I had seen stuff like that already, and I was tempted, but I don't know. I kind of have a certain thing in mind that I want to do, but they're so expensive. Especially, like, I really like the look of impression vanities, but dang, they are so expensive, and I don't think I want to do that route. Because even, like, I was really tempted to buy one, because they're having, like, a sale or something, and it was like, okay, don't get me wrong, this is still an outrageous price, but it was like $600 or 600 something for a pretty nice one, and I think it even supposed to, like, come with a mirror and stuff, so I was like, you know, that's not too bad of a deal. But then, with the price of the protection, like shipping protection, which was like $38, but then on top of that, it costs like $100 and something for shipping, which I think is outrageous. I mean, they're not shipping this vanity like already built. You have to assemble it yourself. So I know that's a big package, but still, for that price, I'm like, dang, $100 and something. Like, maybe I can understand like $50 or something for shipping, but $100 and something. So with the protection fee, like the shipping, or if it gets lost, you know, damaged thing fee, which you don't have to do. But I mean, like, if I'm gonna pay $600 something, I want like some kind of protection thing, because if it gets damaged in shipping or something, that's gonna suck. Anyways, but the shipping is like really outrageous. But so, like, after all that, like, the total for that $600 vanity turns into $800, which you just have trouble spending that money on that. I mean, it's really nice, and I'm like, maybe I can find it cheaper somewhere else. And like I said, one of my fellow YouTuber friends here told me about the vanity thing, and I had seen that, like I said, and I might end up doing it that way. It's just, I like the Alexa drawer looks, but I really wanted something with like handles on it, and they don't have handles. Like, they just have like the little cutout, pull out handle things. So I may just end up doing that. I wanted something a little more fancy looking, but your girl's cheap, so I may just not do that. Like I said, I think I'm gonna go look around at local furniture stores and see if they have any options. Like, I really haven't looked around here. I've just been looking online, because I didn't realize how uncommon these types of vanities are. Like, I don't know why. You would think if they're so popular that other stores would be making more of that style, but all I can find, like at Walmart or Lowe's or just any other place like that, is just like the old school vanities, and I'm not a fan of that old school, even like, I don't know, just the old school type vanities. I don't like them, like where they have like layered top. I don't know how to explain it. If I can find a picture, I'll show you what I'm talking about, of what I don't like. I prefer more of the modern look. Alright, so concealer's on, it blended in really well to the foundation. I really don't see any issues. So far I'm liking everything. Alright, so that's on. I don't have a new setting powder, so I'm just going to use one that's in my everyday drawer, everyday makeup. The Shop My Stash, if you guys haven't seen that. This is the Ofra Banana Powder, which I've been liking so far, but I did find out that I have to use a brush with this, or else if you use a sponge with this, it's just too thick and it makes me look yellow, so I don't like that. So I have to go in kind of light-handed and just kind of dust it all over my face. Anyway, so like I said, I'm gonna go look at local furniture stores, see if they have anything that I want, and if not, I'll probably go the Alexa drawer way. Anyway, so we got all moved into our room. I feel like I'm jumping around, and I apologize if I am. My brain, I have so many things I guess I want to talk about that I just keep jumping. Anyway, so we got moved in and everything. I got a really nice looking rug from Ross that I'm pretty happy with. I think I want to put a rug in my closet. Yeah, I think I want to. I like the wood flooring in the closet, or the laminate wood flooring, but I don't know, I just like the feeling of rugs, like when I'm getting ready or something, just sometimes just bare floor, it's just, I don't know. I like the feeling of rugs. So I just need to find one. I got lucky with the one I found for the bedroom. It's really pretty and I really like it. I'll probably do like a room tour at some point so you guys can see all that stuff. I'm still trying to finish the bedroom, like furniture wise. Like I need new nightstands, and just I want to get a couple of seats or something, and I want to get an ottoman for the end of the bed. So I'm still looking for things, so it's not completed yet. But anyways, I got lucky with the rug because it was pretty much exactly what I was wanting. And then I went back to look for another rug, and the selection that they had was just not what I was wanting, so I'll have to keep going back. That's the thing about Ross is it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes they have a lot of stuff that's like I really like, and other times I'm just like, there's nothing here this time. Just drinking water. Alright, so that's powders on. I'm just going to keep talking because I don't have a new brow product or bronzer, so I'm just gonna do that while I'm talking with you guys. I'm just going in with the Mellow Tinted Brow Gel in the shade Dark Brown. Anyway, so it's a couple of things I want to get for, like I said, for the bedroom. Like in that video, the room, and even in person, the room didn't look that big. I thought it was a lot smaller. But it's actually a decent sized bedroom. Like after we got the bed and everything moved in, I have a lot of space. And granted, it also is probably because I don't need a dresser or anything because I have a big closet. Just so you know, I'm not bragging about that, but I do have a pretty good sized closet, and I think that helps a lot because I don't have to have dressers or anything in my bedroom. Everything just goes in the closet, like clothes wise. So that saves a lot of space, like furniture wise in the bedroom. Because basically all we have in our bedroom is a bed. We have 2 nightstands, but I want to get new ones because these are like old and they don't match, and it was just what we had at the time. So 2 nightstands. I have like a little bookshelf underneath our TV that's on the wall, just to have a little, we can put books or whatever, movies or anything that we want on there. So like on the other side of my bed, like to the side of my bed, there's like a big open space, and I don't know what I'm going to put there yet. I'm thinking of maybe putting like a little seating area, just like, you know, if we want to hang out in my room, or if I have people over, sometimes that could be a good hangout spot, I guess. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking of doing. I don't know, does anybody have ideas of what to fill up a space with? I think I'm for sure going to probably do a seating area, but haven't for sure decided. I haven't like made a final decision yet. It's kind of just what I find. Alright, so brow's done. Then moving on to bronzer. I'm just going to use the bronzer from this palette. This is the Tarte's Pro Glow palette. And I have noticed from watching playbacks of videos that this bronzer is pretty dark on me. So I'm going to have to go in super light-handed. I might mix the two. Maybe I'll mix them. Anyway, so what else? So I've just been doing gardening, like I said, and doing kind of yard work around the house. I need to plant some flowers. I planted herbs in my flower beds that was on the side of the house, or like in the front of my house. But I think the area, or the flower bed, is too shaded. I don't think they're gonna come up. They haven't come up yet. So I'm thinking that it's too shaded there, so I probably should have started them first in a starter thing. And the reason why I didn't do that is because the packet said not to do that. It said just to plant them directly into the ground. But I'm thinking I should have just put them in a starter container and just did them that way. So lesson learned on that. Or maybe I should have just bought the plants already grown, and maybe they would have done okay then. So I have to go in super light-handed with this bronzer because I've noticed in the past 2 videos that it looks really dark on me. At least the camera maybe picks it up. Like in person, I don't feel like it's that dark, but on camera, it's like, dang girl, you put your bronzer on thick today. Yep, so my husband's already kind of, not really super eager, but he likes doing remodeling, I guess, or at least on his own places. Like, he does it for work too, but he gets more enjoyment out of doing work on his own place. And I think that's pretty common. Most people enjoy improving their own home. So anyways, I think he's kind of eager to get started on the next project. And the next project, you kind of saw the bathroom, our guest bathroom. It's not really a guest bathroom, it's just an extra bathroom. I showed it in the footage in that video where the old tub used to be, and we kind of, anyways, if you watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyways, that bathroom's going to be next for doing a remodeling, and also the room that I'm using as my film room, well, I was, until I moved out, is going to be remodeled as well. So I'll be showing that whenever he gets started on it. Oh, I don't remember if I said this or not, but I got baby chickies, like baby chickens. So I want to have chickens this year. Like, we have chickens, but they're only 2 of them, and they're really old, so they're probably going to die any day now, because their chicken's lifespan is not very long. Alright, bronzer's on. It's probably, I don't want to go overboard. I do really like the look of this. I hope it doesn't look bad on camera. I'm always afraid, like in person it looks fine, but then the camera, I look at when I rewatch the footage when I'm editing, I'm just like, dang, that looks terrible. Alright, hopefully it doesn't look bad. Anyways, so back to new products. So I did pick up this blush from ColourPop. That's a lot of ColourPops, I didn't realize. I have a lot of ColourPop products in this video. Anyways, this Animal Crossing ColourPop blush that I picked up a while back. I just haven't tried it yet. This is in the shade Flower Tender. Alright, so just going to go in with that. It does look like it has some shimmer in it. Oh, I did go ahead and, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but I did do like a complex culture kind of like review on some of their face products. I bought a contour or a bronzer and a blush duo from them, and then a highlighter duo, and I tried those out on my channel, and I asked you guys if you wanted to see me do a review on some of their eyeshadow palettes, and most of you guys said yes. So I bought some today. So they should be coming in, in a week or so. And I'm going to try those out on my channel. And I don't really see, I can kind of see the shimmer slightly, but it's not too bad. Anyway, so stay tuned for that whenever those palettes come in. I'll probably do a testing of them, a review on them. And I've been liking putting blush on my nose. I don't know why, but I like it. I guess it gives it that sun-kissed kind of glow. Alright, so I like this. I kind of figured I would. The shade kind of is my kind of shade. So moving on, I have a new highlighter to try out, and this is from Wander of Beauty. This is their illuminating Wondrous Glow Illuminator highlight. I don't know. This is in the shade After Hours. This compact doesn't open up all the way, so I got this, I think, on Boxy Pop-Up or add-ons. I can always remember. I know I got it from Boxy Charm, I just don't remember which deal it was. Alright, so this looks like a very pretty highlighter. I've bought a lot of highlighters recently. I went to TJ Maxx, and for some reason I just kept finding a bunch of highlighters. I can show you the new ones that I got recently. Like a bonus, you guys get to see some of the new products I've picked up recently. Because I have this basket in front of me, and I've just been, whenever I buy new makeup or something from TJ Maxx or somewhere, I just put it in there because I'm like, well, if I ever do a Chatty Get Ready With Me, because I used to just put it in my collection and then I would forget what's new. So then when I would go to do a Chatty Get Ready With Me, trying out new products, I'd be like, what's new? I can't remember. So I just decided to put it all in this area, and then I can just like go through it and be like, oh, I basically have a full face now, so I can do Chatty Get Ready With Me. This is actually really pretty. It's not like a super beaming highlight. It's just like a nice subtle glow, which I might be able to build it up to be more beaming. Yeah, it's very nice and subtle kind of glow, and it looks like I could build it up if I really wanted to. I mean, it's taken a bit to build up, so I think it's more supposed to be like a subtle. Ooh, my Cupid's bow be shining now. How about the nose? Oh yeah, that's actually looking really pretty. Alright, so I'll just show you guys the new highlighters I recently picked up. That'll probably be in a Chatty Get Ready With Me eventually. It's just whenever I get around to it. So I bought this one from TJ Maxx. I think actually all but one I got from TJ Maxx. So this is the Extra Dimension Skin Finish highlighter from MAC. Actually, it's funny, I saw this. I was watching, I don't even remember whose video, but I was watching someone's declutter video, and like this is one that they kept, like it was in their collection, but I was like, that's such a pretty looking highlighter. But it's funny because I'd just seen that video, and then I go into TJ Maxx and they have it. I was like, yes please, I'm buying this. This is just a bonus thing because I wasn't planning on doing this in this video, but you know what, whatevs. There it is up there. Then I got this Becca one because, you know, Becca's going out of business. So I've seen a lot of Becca products at TJ Maxx recently, so I've been picking them up as I see fit, or like as the ones that are interesting to me. So this is the Shimmering Skin Perfect Pressed whatever. I think it's like a limited edition. It's a Champagne Pop. I've heard so much about Champagne Pop, and so when I saw this at TJ Maxx, I was like, yes, please get in my basket. You're going home with me, because like I said, they're going out of business, so now's the time to try stuff, because I won't be able to. Because I don't know, I've heard so much everyone raves about Champagne Pop, and it is a really pretty highlighter. So yeah, I was having trouble picking out which highlighter to try today, but I was like, Wanderer Beauty, you've been in my basket for a while, and my new new purchases basket, so I was like, I gotta try you out, girl. Okay, this one is from Pure, which I don't typically like Pure, but this is the Pure collab with Barbie. What are you called? It's just their signature illuminator highlighter in the shade Confident Glow, which I did swatch this already, so it's like all messy because this thing is so creamy. I do really like. I messed up this print here because I did a swatch of it, and it's like so soft. It just like was starting. I have to be careful with it. Anyways, it does have like a pinkish side, gold side. Shippo, you're snoring too loud. My dog is snoring so loud, so I'm just gonna lightly. Yeah, it's just so soft, and because of the way it's like has that print in it, it's like you get too much. Like that was way too much, but I tried to go in there lightly, but just the way the grooves are, it's really yellowy, so I don't even know if I can wear this one, but I may be able to. Like I said, I got too much on my finger, so that might be too much of a swatch. Anyways, one more product, and then I'll get back to what I was doing. And then this one I got from Ross, and this is Ciate London Glow 2 highlighter. I don't know what shade this is in. Solist, but I don't usually find makeup at Ross that I like, but this time that I went in, I like highlighters, so Ciate London, hadn't tried it. It's like, sure, I'll buy you. Especially at an affordable price, because most of the time I buy makeup from TJ Maxx or Ross or somewhere discounted, so I don't have to pay full price, because your girl's cheap. Anyways, it's down here at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see it. But yeah, there's a bonus like highlighter haul. I mean, I didn't buy those all at once, but I mean, this is what's been sitting in this little basket here. Alright, back to the trying on. Alright, so another ColourPop product. Who would have known? Who would have thunk? So I did pick this up a while back, and this is the ColourPop Bambi, or you know, Disney collab, and it's the Bambi. It's so cute. Alright, to be completely honest, Bambi was not my favorite Disney movie because it was too sad, but I did like the characters in it. Anyways, so here's what the inside looks like. It's a little beat up. I don't know why. I think it just came that way, but I don't really care. It's just going to get even more beat up when I start using it. So I'm just going to come up with a quick look. It's a 5-pan, one of their 5-pan shadows. So I'm just going to go into this shade over here as a crease, and then I'll just probably go into these other mattes, because there's only 3 mattes and 2 shimmer shades, so yeah, let's just get started. Yeah, Bambi was not one of my favorite Disney movies. I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't my top favorite. Although, to be completely honest, what am I looking for? To be completely honest, I didn't start watching the Disney movies till later on in life, like when I was older and adult and married, because my dad did not like Disney for some reason. He was all against princesses and all that stuff, so I didn't grow up on them. The only Disney movie I had really seen was The Jungle Book. For whatever reason, he was okay with that one. So that was the only one I was allowed to watch. So when I got older, got married and moved out of that house, I was like, woo, Disney movies, let's go. I've been missing out. So this is looking a lot more yellow than I thought it was. That was going to be like a tan. That's okay. I probably just now watched like 6 years ago, however long I got married ago. 6 years ago? Going on 7 years. Dang, time flies. Anyways, yeah, that's when I started watching a lot of the Disney movies, because like I said, my dad did not really like us watching those. Don't know why. He's an odd one. Man, the other day, I know it's spring and everything, and spring over here in Oklahoma is weird weather. Like, that's when tornado season comes around. And Oklahoma, I guess, is known for having tornadoes, and they do happen. So technically, we are in tornado season right now. That's why the winds and the temperature fluctuation a lot between like cooler weather and like hot weather. And then we get crazy weather like we did yesterday. No, like it was like on Friday. Today's Monday, so on Friday it was cloudy, which is pretty normal, but we got some like golf ball size hail, and that's not that common. Like it does happen around this time. Like I said, the weather is like all over the place, so hail is not super shocking, but it was the size of the hail that was kind of concerning. It was like golf ball size, and I was like, dang. And it just came out of nowhere, and it was just like all of a sudden I went outside to do my chores, which is just feeding all the animals, dogs, cats, chickens, and all that. I went out and I just got done, and it like started, like I was walking out feeding the dogs, and I was like, I heard a thunk, and I was like, did something just fall? Because it wasn't like hailing, it was just like one random one would fall. I was like, wait, am I seeing things? Did I just see something like hit the ground and like shattered a million pieces? And it was like out in the grass, so I was like really not sure, and then I kept hearing something on the roof, and I was like, and then so I went rushing back to the house, because like, I think it's about to hail, and it did. It just like hailing just everywhere, just pouring down hail. It was all over the place, and it was shattering like in pieces, like chunks everywhere. I was like, and my dogs were like freaking out, and they came running to me like, what is going on? I'm like, just stay under cover, guys, do not go out there. I was like, baby chicks, you're gonna have to wait to eat, because I ain't going to the barn right now, because I'm gonna get knocked out, and yeah. I don't want a concussion today, thank you. Because it was big pieces, and it was coming down pretty hard, and I was like, this is crazy. And then after the hailing, and then it started pouring rain, I was like, good Lord. Thank you, Oklahoma, for the wonderful weather. I mean, I can't complain, it's raining, so, I mean, nothing got broken. None of the cars, got damaged, because most of our cars are underneath the carport, so nothing major. It was just was just surprising. I didn't expect the hail, but I do appreciate the rain because then I didn't have to go water my garden that day. Like, yay. So this is looking more yellowy and orangey than I expected. I mean, it's not bad. It's not what I was expecting today. I don't know. It's like very yellowy undertones. Which I guess makes sense because, I mean, Bambi is kind of like brown, yellowish kind of color, so I guess that makes sense. Anyways, that was a fun excitement, and my husband got caught in the hailstorm. Luckily, he was like close enough to home. He said he had to slow down and like wait for it to pass, but luckily no damage to his truck or anything, and was just glad that he got home safely. Because I was worried, I was like hailing, and he said he was headed home soon, so hopefully he's fine. And he was, like I said, everything's fine. It worked out. But yeah, luckily we haven't had tornadoes yet, and I hope they don't come, because I don't like tornado season. That kind of makes me worry and stresses me out, but thankfully, you know, never have been in a tornado, haven't gotten hit by one or anything, so. Although it's not uncommon for there to be a tornado warning and then nothing actually happened, which is good. It's just, you know, I try not to worry too much about it. I'm just like, well, if it's my time to go, it's my time. You know, I'll take the precautions and do my best, but, you know, at the end of the day, ain't no stopping that. Alright, now I'm going to go into this brown over here and kind of just buff that in as well. I mean, I'm just trying out. I guess I'll try out all the shades today. Like I said, there's only 5, so. I always feel like there's always like a smudge or something over here. I feel like I had a lot more to say, but now that I chat and stuff, I forget. But I have been enjoying the nicer weather. I mean, for the most part, it's been pretty warm. Every now and then, like with the rain coming in, like today it's getting cloudy again, the weather just gets cooler, so I wish it would just be more consistent, because it'd be like 50 degrees, and then the next day it'll be like 70 degrees. I'm like, just pick a temperature already. Drive me crazy. And I'm going to go into this whitetail, what the shade name is. I didn't really tell you guys the shade names. This one's Little April Showers, this one's Young Prince, and then this one's Kinda Bashful, which is cute. That's a cute name. And whitetail over here, and which is this dark brown that has shimmer in it. But I'm just going to try to use that as like my outer corner deeper shade. There is quite a bit of kick up, but it's pretty common. Yeah, it's going to work out just fine. I was hoping it was more darker shade than sheer, because sometimes, you know, with shimmer shades especially, they'll look really dark in the pan, but then you put them on and they're like a sheer shade, so, but this is going to work out just fine. I kind of like these 5-pan shadows, palettes. I'm probably going to pick up more, because they just make it more simple. I mean, yeah, you can't create a ton of looks with this. You can only probably create, I don't know, like you probably could, if you're really creative, you could probably come up with several, but for me, I keep it simple. I don't know, it's just not, you don't really have to think too hard about it. You just be like, oh, this is all I have to work with, so I'm just going to create a look with this. You don't have to stress out over, like, what shade do I use, when there's a ton to choose from. But the quality is definitely there. The pigmentation is definitely there. I mean, I like it so far. Alright, so then I'm going to go into this other shimmer shade called Faline. It's the gold or yellow. And I'm just going to place that over here. Alright, so that's basically what I'm going to do on the top of my lid there. So now I'm going to finish up the rest of my eyes off camera, because I don't have a new mascara or eyeliner or anything like that. So I'm going to do the rest of this, my eyes off camera, and then I'll be back to try out the last product. Alright, so I'm back. I have the rest of my eyes done, and now I'm going to try out the last product that I have to try out, and this is from Dominique Cosmetics. This is one of her lip liners in the shade Crush. So it's this really pretty nude shade. And I'm just going to try this on. I'll probably mostly fill in my lips with this, and then I'll put like a gloss on. This is a really pretty nude shade though. Like, it is kind of tugging on my lips a little bit. But it is a super pretty color. Alright, so that's on. It's pretty, like I said, it's a really nice shade, but like I said, not the creamiest. Definitely tugged on my lips a little bit. Alright, so now I'm just going to go in with Dominique Cosmetics lip gloss. This is nothing new to my collection. This is just a gloss that I have here sitting right here. And I just want to add a little bit of shine to my lips. This is one of her Lemonade lip glosses in the shade of Peach Tea. Alright, so that's everything on my face. Those are all the products on my face. So let me go through kind of like a run through of what I tried out today, and I'll tell you guys kind of like my final thoughts on everything. So on foundation, I actually really like this a lot. I recommend getting this, or at least trying it. For me, it looks pretty nice on the face. It doesn't make me look too dry. It's definitely moisturizing feeling. Like, I don't feel like my face feels dry. Coverage wise, it's about medium coverage, I would say. Well, I'd say it's light coverage, but you can build it up to like medium. Definitely not full coverage, but it never claimed to be. The concealer worked just fine. Blended out really well. I wouldn't say it's like heavy coverage, but I'd say it's like a medium coverage. Really don't really have anything bad to say about it. It's a good concealer. I'm liking it so far. I really do like this blush shade. I think it's gorgeous on the cheeks. So yeah, I'm definitely really happy with this. I think the highlighter is really pretty too. Like I said, it's a nice kind of glowy. I don't know, it's a little blinding. It's not like beaming, but it is quite blinding. I mean, but I did have to build it up to that. Initially when I first put it on, it's kind of like a glow. It gives you a nice glow, but I actually really like it. It's a pretty big pan, so, and it didn't take like, and aside from me building up, it didn't take a ton of product, so this is going to last me quite a while. So pretty happy with this. Alright, and then what else did I try? And I think the last thing was the lip liner. And like I said, it's a pretty shade. It's just not the creamiest, but, you know, that's just me being picky, and it went on. It's very pigmented. Oh, and the eyeshadow. I'm like, what? I'm missing something. Yeah, the eyeshadow palette I actually really like. I really like the look I came up with. Just the only thing is, you know, it's only 5 pans, so you only have these shades to work with. So if you don't like that, you want to have more variety, then you probably won't like how little this is. But I personally like how little it is. I don't know, I'm a creature of habit, so once I come up with like a routine or like a look with a palette, I kind of stick to it, unfortunately, which is probably not a good thing. I'm getting better about branching out and like coming up with new looks and things when I try out palettes, but you know, for me, this just works just fine. It is more like very yellowy undertones. I didn't realize when I first bought it, but you know, I'm pretty happy with how this look came out. You know, it's pretty. That gold shade is very pretty, but it's like a yellow gold. It's not like a gold. I don't know. Is this a gold? I feel like it's more yellow. But yeah, very pigmented, blend out really well, easy to work with. I really like it, and plus, it's Bambi. How can you not like the packaging? And I do have, I did buy Thumper as well, which I will try out probably in a different Chatty Get Ready With Me, but this one's more like a purpley grayish undertones. A little bit of a sneak peek of what might be in the next video I do someday. But yeah, overall pretty happy with everything I tried out today. Everything was a thumbs up for me. But yeah, that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like seeing these types of videos. And also let me know down in the comments what you thought of everything that I tried out today. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.